Hey family, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing a natural two-strand twist out. And this is like the curly edition, not so much the texture from the two-strand twist. Alright, so getting right into it, we did the bonnet overnight. It did not come off. We absolutely love this bonnet. This is the Cameron's BFF bonnet. The details of this bonnet will be in the description if you're wanting to get one. So these two-strand twists that Lola has in her hair has been in her hair for about a week and 2 to 3 days. And using her ears as a guide, I'm just going to pull up the top half of her hair and I'm going to go ahead and put that in a scrunchie. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and use my spray bottle that contains nothing but water, and I'm going to go ahead and rehydrate her hair very generously. And after doing so, I'm going to go ahead and separate just a little section of hair to the left hand side, and with the hair that's going to be toward the right, which is going to be the majority of the hair, I'm going to go ahead and use a butterfly hair clip and go ahead and tuck that on over to the right hand side, get it out of the way. In a counterclockwise motion, I'm going to start untwisting her hair. As you can see, I wrap my fingers around the ends of her hair before trying to go up to the root. Okay, so this is what the hair looked like once I finished with the little mini section. I'm going to go ahead now and massage some Dew Growth Stimulating Hair Growth Oil on her scalp and into her hair. I always try to focus on her ends to make sure they're hydrated as well. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put in the Coconut Hibiscus Curling Buttercream. This is a new product that I'm going to use, so I'm going to go ahead and give you my honest opinion. I absolutely love the Curl Enhancing Smoothie. I want to say a little bit more. Alright, so I can tell you already I'm absolutely loving the bounce. Look at the curls. Oh my gosh, curls for the girls. Alright, so with that being said, I use the Eco Styler Olive Oil Max Hold, even though it doesn't make her hair super crunchy or hard at all. Using a dime-sized amount, I'm going to go ahead and apply this to her hair, starting from root to tip. I'm making sure to massage it in very thoroughly. Okay, in doing so, I'm going to go ahead and grab a small section, and I'm going to use a clockwise motion, and I'm going to focus on the ends whenever I'm spinning the hair around just to show you. I don't like to concentrate more on the root whenever I do the twist, but it's basically dependent on how you want to go ahead and do your coil. But this is how I do them, and they turn out fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you because it's basically going to be repetition, repetition, repetition until I get to the very front. Alright, and I just want to give you a heads up, if you're going to try and create this look, just make sure you have time to let the product dry, because as you can see, there's tons of product on her hair right now, but it dries clear, I promise. And I had to give you guys a close-up. I am loving this. Look at how her curls are popping, y'all. Alright, so following the same steps, I'm going to go ahead and rehydrate just the middle portion of her hair. I'm going to section that off with a butterfly hair clip just so that I have room to work, because the hair can kind of get intertwined if you don't pull it up. But I'm going to go ahead and rehydrate with water, add a little stimulating hair growth oil, and I'm also going to use the Coconut Hibiscus Curling Buttercream. After doing so, just make sure you focus on your ends when you're rehydrating and untwisting the two-strand twist. A great tip when you're adding in all of your product is make sure whenever you are applying the oils and the creams that you add a nice amount, so that when you are untwisting and creating your coils, it doesn't create fuzzy hair, because if it's too dry, it won't come out right. So this is what the back half looked like once I finished up. I did go back and touch up some of the coils because I like a more defined curl. Look at the bounce, look at the flow. It's not hard or crunchy, it's not stiff. And trust me when I say, I'm going to say it again, the product does dry clear. Just make sure you have time. I want to put emphasis on that. Make sure you have time for the hair to dry. Alright, so now that the back half is done, I'm going to go ahead and split the front half down the center. And I'm going to go ahead and tie that second half up. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead and grab my spray bottle with water. And I'm going to go ahead and spray her hair, rehydrate it a little bit more because it had dried out a little bit. Alright, so after doing that, massaging the water in a cupping motion, I'm going to go ahead and grab the stimulating hair oil. I'm going to get her roots, and I'm also going to concentrate the oil at the very ends of her hair. Make sure whenever you are adding the oils that you do make sure to massage it into the scalp, as well as focusing and making sure you massage it into the ends of the hair. Okay, so after you do that, I'm going to go ahead and section off a little bit of the hair. And I'm going to go ahead and use the butterfly clip and clamp it on over. I'm going to go ahead and untwist her hair just using the counterclockwise motion. I find that it's easier to undo the twist when doing so. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and add in the Coconut Hibiscus Curling Buttercream. Alright, and as you can see, after adding the Coconut Hibiscus Kids Curling Buttercream, I use the Eco Styler Gel to make sure that I keep all the curls super bouncy, intact, and it gives her hair great definition. Because this video is basically repetition in itself, I cut it down time wise and I split the hair over from the mid section over to the left hand side because I wanted to create a little bit more volume on the left hand side. That's just preferably how I like it. After undoing all the twists, adding in all your products, what I like to do is smooth down her hair with just a little brush. It's soft bristled and I create bangs. I may grab a few of the loose ends and brush it down in the front and swoop it on over, just creating a more unified look. So after adding in the bow, I went ahead and cleaned up a little bit of the hairs that was on the left hand side with just a little bit more gel, just to give it just a little bit more definition. Alright, so here's the final look. I just basically wanted to showcase the body, the volume, and also the bounce of the curls. It was beautiful, and not to mention it did dry clear. So if you like this video, I want to say thanks again for watching, but make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and if you're new to our channel, thanks again for subscribing. Bye.